एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निरभव निर्वैर अकाल मूर्त जुनी सैभम गुरु प्रसाद। तन तन गुरु ग्रंथ साहब जी महाराज, तन गुरु गोबिंद सिंह साहिब सच्चे पातशाह। भूल छिमो हमरी प्रभापन भूलनहार कहाँ को मुसो, हवाई बंदगी आबुर दर वजूद मरा, वगरने जो के चुनिया उदय नमूद मरा। न साजो न बाजो न फौजो न फर्श, खुदावंद बख्शन दे हुए शर्श। वाहेगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहेगुरु जी की फतेह। We are visiting the Bani of the Japji for some time now. We are at the 26th Pauri today. And this Pauri is a little long. To comprehend what the Guru is saying and what the Guru is presenting as a vision is sometimes very difficult and often it is impossible. Because the Guru sees only one. Guru is in the darshan and presence of only the Creator. And everywhere, every place, he is able to see, visualize, and feel the presence of the Creator. We live a life in a different dimension. We live a life where there is at least three: darshan, drishta, and the seer. The seer, the seen, and the process of seeing. Life has three complements to it. We cannot fathom how oneness will affect us and how it will change us. But this is the basic difference between the Guru's vision and our vision. In the Bani of Anand Sahib, Guru Amar Das clearly defines this problem. And he says that these eyes of ours are blind. And netro anse, Satgur miliye div drisht hoi. That we are, and these eyes of ours are blind to the vision of the Creator. And only on meeting the Guru, only on meeting the Creator, can we visualize, can we see, can we live that experience of the Creator. We are not in that dimension, but then what takes us into that dimension? Maharaj says that the Shabad takes us into that dimension. And that is what we are visualizing, we are comprehending, we are visiting. The Shabad of Guru Nanak Sahib Maharaj on what the Guru has to say about the vision of life, about the vision of the Creator, about the vision of creation itself. We have traversed 25 bodies, and in many of these bodies, Maharaj has often expressed a view that the darshan of the Creator is incomprehensible. You cannot say it, you cannot know it in completeness. In many different ways, Maharaj has expressed this view. In this body also, he is talking about that. The reason is that we are not able to fathom the depth of the presence of the Creator, but the Guru can. And what he is living through every day and experiencing every day is what he is expressing in his Bani. And that is the vision of the Creator. So these are two different darshans, two different views, two different visualizations of the Creator. We are imagining the Creator, but Guru lives through the Creator. And while living through the Creator, Maharaj is also telling us what the vision of the Creator is. Bani, Shabad, is synonym with the word hukam. And the hukam of the Creator resides in his Bani. When we are able to be in dhyan of Shabad, be in the oneness of the Shabad, then that hukam is revealed to us. That is the way we transcend our ego. In this world, we live our ego life. And everything, mostly everything which we go through, has an evaluation to it. It's valued. Somebody buys an expensive car, there's a value to it. There's a jewelry, there's a value to it. You go to a hospital to get your eye operated, there's a package they give you. But what is the value of the eye? What is the value of our body? What is the value of this life? When we go into that dimension, then we are lost. We don't know what it means. We don't have any numbers to give. So it's priceless. It's not in comprehension. Life is not in any comprehension. This is what the first steps of this Bani is telling us. That the dimension of the Creator, the vision of the Creator, brings forth a view of an infiniteness, a view where there is no way of putting a value to him or her or the creation. We can put a value to everything else we live through, but we can't put a value to the Creator. Let's read through the Bani, the 26th Pauri of the Japji Sahib, the first Bani of the Guru Granth, a way of meeting Guru Nanak, the darshan of Guru Nanak Sahib Maharaj, where he presents to us the vision of the Creator, of God, of Ek Omkar. Whatever name we may give the Creator, we are also being dictated by him about the method to meet the Creator. We visited the Bani of Sune, of Manne. So Manan, and to listen and then to follow to Manan gives us a darshan of the Creator. And then he talks about the Panch. The transformation of the inner mind, going from the ego mind to the non-ego mind, the non-divisive mind, happens through the Shabad. So Maharaj has dictated the meditation in the Japji Sahib, and he says, Gaviye suniye man rakhiye paav. Transform the mind with love. Sing the Shabad, listen to it, meditate on it. Often enough, we read the Bani, but we don't know what it means. And the next step to the Bani, after what we know what it means, is to meditate on it, is to be in dhyan of Shabad. These dimensions we don't put much energy in. So the vichar of the Bani has two dimensions. One is the moving mind becomes one with the thought of the Bani, what the Bani is saying. And the non-moving mind becomes one with the Creator. By doing dhyan, by being in the stillness of the mind, in the Thirgar. These are the qualities which Guru will talk to us about. What are the qualities which brings the vision of the Creator before us? How can we fathom the change within us to that mind which has no ego in it? To sustain that mind, which doesn't have movement, which doesn't have thoughts in it. And what is the dimension where we can meet the Creator in this method? Let's first listen to the Pauri, what Maharaj is saying in the 26th Pauri, and then Let's dwell on what Maharaj is talking about. Thank you.
waheguru ji, amul gun, amul vapar, amul vapariye, amul pandar, amul आवे है, अमुल ले जाए, अमुल पाहे, अमला समाहे, अमुल धर्म, अमुल दीवान, अमुल तुल, अमुल परवान, अमुल बख्शीस, अमुल निशान, अमुल कर्म, अमुल फुरमान, अमलो अमुल आख्या ना जाए, आख आख रह लिव लाए, आखे वेद पाठ पुराण, आखे पढ़े करे बख्याण, आखे बरमै आखे इंद, आखे गोपी तै गोविंद, आखे ईसर आखे सिद्ध, आखे कहते कीते बुद्ध, आखे दानव आखे देव, आखे सुर नर मुन जन सेव, केते आखे आखण पाहे, केते कह के उठ उठ जाए, एते कीते होर करे, ताख न सके केई के, जे वड भावे ते वड होए, नानक जाने साचा सोए, जे को आखे बोल बिगाड़, तां लिखिए सिर गावारा गावार। वाहिगुरु जी।
धन्यवाद। अमूल गुण अमूल व्यापार। What are the qualities of the Creator? And what are the qualities with which we can fathom Him? Often in the Bani, Maharaj talks about a state of being known as the Turiya Avastha. Jagrat Supan Sukhopat Turiya. This state is without any qualities. None of the qualities which we know. The Maharaj says this state is beyond the qualitative expression of life. Trigun te atit. These guns are what we can call as the defined world. The Creator is beyond the defined world. In mythology, these guns are described, Sato, Rajo, and Tamo gun, basically defining the seen world. These are the qualities of the world. These are the qualities we need to survive, sustain, and to enjoy life, the physical life. But what are the relevant qualities of the Creator's world, the Creator's expression? What is the quality beyond that door of the physical world into the spirit world? What is the qualities where the Guru vision comes from, Maharaj? Those are the relevant qualities. A person goes for a job to an MBA, as an MBA to an office, gives his expressions of what is his qualities. And they give a value to the quality. They give him a package, they offer him a job. What is liked by them in those qualities? An employer seeks those and gives an offer. Similarly, in the physical world, there is always an expression of acceptance and appreciation of our qualities. Somebody dances well, somebody sings well, somebody writes well, somebody is a good actor. These all have their values. But what are the qualities in the Creator's world which are relevant? If this entire world is opened by one door, from the physical into the spirit world, what changes and what brings that door to open? What are the relevant qualities which are the Creator's qualities? We exist because the Creator exists. We exist because the Creator is. But we look at life from a dimension which is not absolute. When I say absolute, I mean it is not forever. It is only conditional. In a certain time, in a certain space, and a certain reason we exist. And in that way, this I, which I am and you are, we are all temporary. We can keep changing. Our thoughts change, our physical bodies change, our associations change, our nature changes. Everything about us is change. But the Creator's world never changes. That is why Maharaj calls it Thir Ghar, the stable house, which is forever. And this Thir Ghar is where we want to go from where we are at present. And we are not in this Thir Ghar. We are in a moving, changing world. These are two different worlds. So the qualities which exist in this world and that world are different. Maharaj in Japji Sahib initially told us about dharam, and he explains how daya is the foundation of all creation. Tol dharam daya ka poot. And he says santokh is one quality which is needed to go into that world, to open this door. Santokh thap rakhya jinsood. Santokh has to do with satiation, with us being desireless. We are all always desiresome. We want something. We are always in the desire world. And it is not necessarily a need, but it's also our expression to who I am, is what I desire. And that's what drives our life. We desire something, we make a career, and we create something out of it, whether we succeed or not. Now, these are qualities. Santokh has to do with stable mind, a mind which is not moving, a mind where the ego gets dropped, where I am not, so all my desires go away. That's why where we find a life where there is no desire, where I'm not desiring anything, I'm not moving my mind, closer to the Creator's mind. And that's where I can lose myself. I can find an expression to open that door into the spirit world. It is not as though in this life the Creator doesn't exist. Creator exists in the same dimension, in the same way, both in the physical and the spirit world. Ek Omkar, one expression of the Omkar is that he is continuously existing in time, space, and cause. He is in one continuum. He or she or the Creator is in one continuum. Now, what are the qualities? One of them is Santokh, stability. Finding a mind where I do not desire much, where I am stable mind, where I am in Thir Ghar, unchanging mind. These are the qualities with which we can meet our Creator. And these qualities have no value to them. These are priceless. Somebody can be a king with millions and billions of dollars, but in front of the Creator, in front of these qualities, he's still a pauper. A person who can keep his mind stable, a person who can keep his mind focused in dhyan, in the Shabad, these are invaluable qualities, priceless. And how do we create them? Actually, they exist in nature as it is. We are the hindrance to these qualities. Our natural state of mind is these qualities. We have disrupted that natural state with our ego. I am, I want, I knew, I need distracts me from these energies which are always with me. So the Guru has described this in the first line, Amul Gun. Priceless are these qualities with which we can meet our Creator. And these qualities exist with us constantly. Amul Vapar. Vapar word literally means trading. In the physical world, we do so many trades all the time. We go and buy something in a shop. We sell something, we produce. We make something, a restaurant, we go there and buy food. So there are so many infinite trades happening, but everything is with a value. Which is that trade where there is no real value? But transaction is absolute, where the Creator's presence is transacted. Maharaj says that he trades in truth. Sach vakkar ke hum banjare. Vanjara word literally means trade. Maharaj says he is a trader. And he has gone out into the world to seek and find the Gurmukh, who is dealing in truth, who wants truth. I can't see a question. Okay, Hanji. So in this way, a trade is constantly happening in the physical world. A trade is also happening in the spirit world. We are in possession of something which is not ours, our mind, our body, and we call it ours. And this becomes me. And this me is like a writing on water. It doesn't exist forever. So in this way, I am a false entity. But this false entity is a hindrance to the vision of the absolute Creator. I am not in recognition of who has created me and what is my source. I am not in touch with my own source. So in that way, I am false. If I am in touch with my own source, then I become truth. This is the truth Guru talks about. Sach vakkar ke hum banjare. So a trade is happening. Guru Sahib says, Man beche Satgur ke paas. We sell this false mind, the temporary mind, the transient mind, the not permanent mind, in trade for the Guru's presence, the Guru's gift, the Guru's prasad, the darshan of the Creator. Maharaj says, Man beche Satgur ke paas, tis sevak ke karaj ras. Then only we become the sevak, we become the true followers of the Creator, of the Guru. And then that's where our completion happens. Our incompleteness goes away. This sevak ke karaj ras. What is the courage of the world? Is to find what we are seeking, to find the truth, the happiness which is unconditional. A source happiness within us, which we are carrying with us all the time. Like an artist makes a painting on a canvas. The Creator is an artist, and we only see the canvas, the painting on the canvas, but we don't know the canvas. The permanent presence of the Creator is not known to us because we are living the ego mind. Only after we go beyond the ego mind can we see the real world, the world which is forever. And the qualities of that world are described by Guru Sahib as love. one quality. Anand, another quality. And a quality which is forever. So Maharaj says, Gaviye suniye man rakhiye pao. Dukh par har sukh kar le jaye. The house of happiness is found when we find love within ourselves by going beyond the moving mind. This is the trade which we should be doing. We don't do this trade. We do the worldly trade. And to us, that is more valuable. To us, that wealth is more important, more attractive, more real than the spirit world. But if this question is asked, what is more permanent? Is the real world, the physical world, or the spirit world? And you will find these answers with the Sikhs of the past. When we look at history, we see how the Gurus, Sikhs have made their choices. Gurus have made their choices. What did Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Maharaj have with him? There were times when he had nothing. But yet, he says that he has found the victory of life. So the loss and victory of life is not dictated by how much wealth, how much physical power, or how much influence we have in the world. It's dictated by how much we know of our inner mind. A few podis ahead, we will visit some of the podis from the Sikh Gurus in the Japji. Those are expressions to understand that the Japji is the second Bani after Sikh Gurus, because there are 4 podis, I think, which relate to the dialogue with the yogis. Munda Santok Sarampat Choli Dhyan Ki Karo Vibhut. In that, Maharaj says, Man Jeete Jag Jeet. Winning the mind is winning life, understanding life. Without that, we all go losers, Maharaj. Guru Sahib says there's a vapar, there's a trade happening, which is to do with the spirit world, the more permanent world. Because there, the creator and the creation meet. If I am the creation of the creator, I meet the creator when I drop my ego, where I am not. And there I find rest, Maharaj says. The word he uses in the Bani is samajana. Either we are wandering or we find rest. These are the 2 states. Our wandering is our ego state. When we are in the ego, we are wandering to find our rest, our peace, our inner joy. We are finding our truth. We are finding our inner source of happiness. But all that has a conflict. We are finding it while keeping our ego's platform. And that cannot happen. Because the ego is a false platform. It's a temporary platform. It can be transformed. The ego can connect to the creator and in that find a new expression in the world. So it's not as though we are in denial of the world. We live the ego world, but the foundation of this ego world becomes the world of Nadar, Shabad, Guru, love, and Anand. Then only this world, this life becomes a victory, a meaningful celebration. This is the journey of our conflicted mind to a non-conflicted mind. This is the journey where we find our inner love. Our man in its perfection is the Creator's creation. We are and I am a conditioned mind creation. So ego has created it with the influence of its environment. So I am basically flawed. And in that way, our flaws will not go away till we meet the Creator. Lekha katuna chutiye, hum khin khin bulanhar, bakshanhara bakshde nanak par utar. Only when we find the karam, will we go beyond our faults. Maharaj says, Amul Gun, priceless are those qualities with which we can meet our Creator. Amul Vapar, priceless are those trades with which we meet our Creator. Amul Vapariye Amul Pandar, and priceless are those people who do this trade. When Guru Sahib is asked in the Siddh Gosht why he has left his house, किस कारण ग्रह तज्य उदासी, किस कारण है पेख निवासी, the Maharaj says, Gurmukh ho jat paye udasi. I am left my family to seek those people who are trying to find truth, who are trying to find their source, who are trying to find the Creator, who are trying to meet their Anand. Maharaj says, Amul Vapariye, priceless are those people who are in this trade, who are wanting this in their life. Leaving the ego is not a very easy thing. Anything becomes a hindrance to this. The mind is very smart. Even if we have read through the Gurbani, even if we are lecturing on Gurbani, we can still very easily find a trap and sustain our ego. The ego can only go when we meet our Guru. Haume buje, ta dar suje. Maharaj says, Haume shabad jalai. Till we don't have shabad in our inner mind, we will not meet our Guru. We will not transcend the ego. And does that have an effect on the outer world? Of course it does. The way we look at the world changes. But these are two different worlds. There can be conflicts in the physical world. I can still have a conflict in the physical terms in many different ways. I can still have an accident with my car and have a conflict. I can still have a business association where there is a conflict. Those are conflicts which relate to the outer world. So in that way, it can be a little confusing because the inner world doesn't have any conflicts. It always presents us with Anand within us. Of course, we don't know that Anand. That is where we are trapped. And we want to find an answer to that trap. And that is what Guru is presenting to us again and again and again. Amul Pandar. Priceless are those warehouses, the source of those creator, the Pandars. They have no value to them. And what does it have in it? Apart from the physical world, the physical life, infinite love and Anand is the foundation of creation. Every part of creation has in it Anand and love. That's the foundation. That is why when we find love, we find God, we find Creator. When we find Anand, we find the Creator. Anand Roop Ravyo Sab Madhye, Maharaj says. Everywhere is this Anand existing. Nowhere is this life without Anand. And what is the foundation of creation is, Maharaj says, Naam. Bin Name Nahi Ko Tham. There is no place in this entire universe where there is no Naam, where there is no love and Anand. These are the qualities of Naam, the road to our Creator. Maharaj says, Amul Ave, Amul Le Jaye. This Amul word has two dimensions to it. One is the many and one is priceless. These are the two different meanings it can have. So Amul Ave, priceless and many are those who come. And priceless are those who take reality in with them, who have realized what they were living through. We don't know what life is in reality unless we find the source mind. Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Maharaj explains in this Shabad, he says, Bin apa chine, mite na pram ki kai. Jan Nanak bin apa chine. Without knowing the structure of our mind, we will not see the real world. We will not see the real life. We will not know life in its reality. And what is life in its reality? Gur Prasad, Anand, and love. This is the real world. We don't live this world. We live the conflict world. We live the pain world. We live where there is sorrow coming to us every day. We live in expectation, so we live in disappointment. But the hukam of the Creator, the order of the Creator is love, Anand, and happiness forever. That's the real world. That's the more permanent world. That is why in the end of the Japji, when Maharaj will talk to us about the shlok, he will talk about this taksal, where the mind is devoid of its faults, flaws. Kadiye Shabad, where the Shabad has chiseled away that which is false, that which can't enter the realm of the Creator. Chiseled away that which is my ego and the portion of my ego which I have created. And with that chiseling, my pain also goes away. The Shabad is where I can meet my Creator. Shabad is the real experience of the Creator. And Shabad is the entire creation expressed in the Guru Granth as one dimension of the Shabad, which is revealed to Guru Nanak and in Guru Nanak's house, stamped by Guru Arjan, accepted and put in the Guru Granth Sahib. After a lot of hard work, these Shabads were segregated and then put. Amul ave, amul le jaye. Priceless and many are those who come and who have realized who is the Creator. This should be our prayer. This should be our fundamental prayer, because everything else we live through in life is temporary. We may get it, but we will always stand to lose it. Yet, if you look at what happened in the Guru's lives, they did not hold on to their physical attributes, the physical assets which they had. Maharaj, after Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib, did not even come to Amritsar. So in that way, this whole extension of the 10 Gurus did not hold on to physical land or properties. But yet they are defined, yet they are standing aloud. It's because behind these physical representations, the Shabad and the spiritual experience stands. The root of the Guru's life is not physical land. We lost Anandpur, but yet we have it. We can never lose Anandpur as a state of mind. We can lose it as a state of property, but we cannot lose it forever, because our state of mind is the revealing Anand within us. So the real experience, from where physical life also finds its expression, is the spirit world. If the Guru is residing in Anandpur, then Anandpur will be the physical attribute always open to us. Somebody can block it temporarily, but not permanently. Because the spirit world is also the foundation of the physical world. Maharaj says, Amul ave, amul le jaye. Amul paye, amula samay. And there are infinite, priceless people who have found love in this life and have found rest, samajana. Samana is a word which expresses itself as merging with the Creator, who have merged with the Creator, who have given up their ego, taken off the false robes of I am and become a part of you are. only the Creator is. This is what the Bani is again and again telling us, that we are not an absolute entity. We are not true in this way, but the Creator is, and the creation is. Maharaj says, Amul Taram Amul Diban. Taram word has multi-dimensions. One is religion, which we know. Taram also means duty. Taram also means true nature. The nature which is created by the Creator. Like the Taram of our man is Anand, and it is love. That's the true nature. What is the true nature of the human being? Is love and Anand, of light, being part of his own Creator. Maharaj says there are infinite ways of meeting the Creator. So if we define the Taram word as a way of yoga, of meeting in the Creator, Taram, a way of dropping the ego, a way of meeting my own Creator, there are infinite ways, and they are priceless ways. Amul Taram Amul Diban. Diban is the courts, the presence, the nishan of the Creator. Where his signature is, the Creator, his presence is felt. Where the Creator's experience of meeting the Creator happens. That is the Diban. They are priceless and they are many. There is nowhere in this creation that Creator is not existent. Only in one place. That's the ego mind, where you don't find the Creator. Within our man. And that's where we think we are searching or knowing Him. Amul Tul Amul Parvan. Tul word means measuring. So how does the Creator measure us? We are measured in the ego life by our karam. And the karam is governed by dharam, by certain laws. As we sow, so shall we reap. And if we do wrong, we will visit wrong. So there are infinite ways of how we are being measured by the Creator. Who we are, how we are, who I am, is always and constantly being measured. It is the seed in my mind which gives the indication of who and what I am. Amul Tul Amul Parvan. Parvan being the measurement, method of measurement. Now in the world, in the physical world, measurement happens. We measure cloth, we measure money, we measure wealth. These are all measurements. Everything which can be measured is Maya, is not real. Maharaj says, we are always being measured. We are always being weighed. Now that has to do with the qualities also of the inner mind. What are we seeking? That defines us. Maharaj says, Jo mango Thakur apne te soi soi deve. So there is a measurement happening constantly. What am I defining myself as? And that has a relationship with my Creator. When I say, you are, I am not, that's a very deep commitment to make within myself. When I do dhyan of the Shabad in love, then I am also being measured. Then I am also being related to. When I am doing actions in the physical world, there also everything I am doing is leaving a reflection in my mind. So my karam, my action has a reaction within me, and that's my baggage. So the man carries within itself all the karam, all the thoughts, all the incompleteness, all the pain, and the experiences of the years, lifetimes which we've had before us. That is Amul Tul, Amul Parvan. And that is constantly being weighed in our mind. The ultimate solutions of life will not come from within me, but they will come from Guru Prasad. And Guru Prasad obviously needs a certain space and a certain condition. We can fool ourselves, we can't fool creation. We can tell ourselves we are looking for Creator and be living only the physical world. This is something, deception, which we always do. Most of us, all of us, are deceiving ourselves in this way. But this deception has a direct connection to our pain. And pain keeps telling us that we are choosing something wrong. Amul tul, amul parvan. And those who are measured in this way are chosen then. Like we saw in the Shabad of, in the 4 Pauris of Suniye, and then Maniye, and then Panch. Panch are those who are selected, to whom the door of the spirit world opens. Maharaj says, Amul Bakshish, they are the ones, the chosen ones are living in Gur Prasad. They are living in the grace. They are blessed. Amul Bakshish, Amul Nisan. And the ultimate mark of the Creator is his Bakshish. Karam Sacha Nishan. Karam word, when it is without onkar, it relates to karam action. And karam word, when it relates to, when it has onkar in it, it means grace. It's the Persian word then. Karam Sacha Nisan. Amul Bakshish, Amul Nisan. The Nisan of the Creator is the meeting with the Creator. When he blesses the situation. When Guru Prasad opens the door where there is no ego. Where he is able to go beyond his ego self. He or she, when we are able to transcend the baggage of our karam, action, and find the love in his grace, in his karam. Amul Bakshish, Amul Nisan. And those are the marks which prove the Creator's existence. In the physical world, we don't see the Creator. There is no Creator we see. But we can meet the Creator in our mind. When he reveals himself, he will meet us in Anand. Bani says this to us, that when the Creator wants to bless us, he will meet us in our inner Anand. And this Anand will reveal itself to us in every part of ourselves, every part of our body, man. It will impact everything which we are and change us forever. But we are the only hindrance between us and our Creator. We are the Koor Dipal, the false wall. Ego is the false wall that separates us from our Creator. Maharaj says, Amul Karam, Amul Furman. Here again, Karam has onkar to it. Karam meaning his grace, his love, his Anand, his meeting with us, his yoga. Amul, priceless and many, are his blessings and his orders for us. Furman. This whole creation is his Furman, is the Creator's Furman. Because there is a Furman, it's all happening. It will happen in his Furman, it will go away in his Furman. There are many and infinite ways in which the Creator will meet us and express himself in creation. Amulo amul akhya na jaye. We cannot say the valueless, the priceless expression of the Creator cannot be said. Amulo amul akhya na jaye. We cannot say how infinite and how priceless the Creator is. Aak aak rahe livlai. And in saying and meditating on the Creator, we merge with the Creator. By saying the Creator is and I am not, I merge with my Creator. In the dhyan of the Creator, I become so absorbed that I lose myself. The river becomes the ocean. The river loses its identity, loses its movement, loses its conflict, loses its struggle, and merges itself, finds rest and peace. Now Maharaj changes the gear. And these words which come now ahead are an expression of what Maharaj is seeing and feeling all around him. Aakhe Ved Path Puran. He says the entire creation, the Ved and the Path, they are also saying this. Amulo amul akhya na jaye. Valueless, priceless, and infinite is the experience of the Creator. And this is what all the texts, the Granths, the Veds, all the religious texts which we have are saying this only. Aakhe pade kare vakhyan. And those who read these and discourse on these religious texts are also saying this. That's the ultimate expression which they are finding, that the Creator cannot be spoken about. His infinite presence can't be defined, can't be quantified. A price can't be put to him. Aakhe Barme Aakhe Ind. Barme and Ind are the devtas in the Hindu mythology. Maharaj says, if it is accepted that there is a Burma and Ind, not one but many. So there is energy creating and sustaining. That's part of the Creator. They are also expressing that the Creator is infinite, can't be defined, can't be put a price to. Aakhe Gopi te Govind. And the many gopis, the many Krishnas, these are all in plural. There is no one. Maharaj says there are so many. Aakhe Gopi te Govind. Aakhe Isar, Aakhe Siddh. And the Ishwar, the Siddhs who have realized the Ishwar, they are also expressing the same thing in their life, in their experience, in their knowledge, in their absorbing the name of the Creator. Amulo amul akhya na jaye. Aak aak rahe livlai. The only way we can talk about the Creator is to merge with Him. The only way we can experience the Creator is to merge with Him. And it cannot be spoken of. It cannot be said. It cannot be explained. It cannot be voiced. Aakhe Isar, Aakhe Siddh, Aakhe Kete Kite Buddh. And there are so many. And so many more, he will say. Aakhe Kete, so many which he has created, and so many more he will create. The Buddhs, Buddha is the realized, those who have become aware of the Creator. Gautam Buddha, the first word which defined realization was Buddha. The Maharaj says, even the Creator's experience of Buddha, of being realized, is saying the same thing, that only the Creator is, and there is none else in this creation. Priceless is His expression, His presence, His meeting, and without any price is His entire life, entire merging with us. There are no dimensions to describe it, to talk about it, to find an expression for it. There is none else here, only one creator. Aakhe kete kite buddh. Aakhe dano aakhan dev. Even those who are the negative energies, the danav, the positive energies, the dev, they are also saying the same thing. There is only one, amul gun, amul vapar. Amulo amul aakhya na jaye, aakh aakh rahe live lie. We can meet the Creator through our live. What is the live, Maharaj? Live is the one mind where there is santokh. What Maharaj calls thirghar. What Sahib says is Aaron mat, non-moving mind, thoughtless mind. Where ego doesn't find its expression. I have no desire. Between the physical world and the expression of meeting the Creator in the man, there is a huge difference of an inner joy, non-moving mind. And we cannot move into that ourselves. We move into that through Gur Prasad. Gur Prasad is the blessing of the Creator. When the Shabad descends into the mind and transforms it, Kadiye Shabad Sachi Taksar, then the mind becomes subtle and has the ability to transcend the ego. Without the Shabad, it cannot happen. Without Guru, it cannot happen. Transcending the ego is something which the ego cannot do by itself. Aakhe Isar, Aakhe Siddh, Aakhe Kete, Kite Buddh, Aakhe Dano Aakhan Dev, Aakhe Sur, Nar, Mun, Jan Sev. Maharaj, that gives the different qualities of life. Sur are those who have realized. Sur, Nar, human beings, humans who have not realized. The Mun, the Muni, who are connected to their own source. Jan, people of the world. And Sev, those who are doing Seva of the Creator. The only Seva we can do of the Creator is to merge with the Creator. Is to find that there is a reality which is absolute in this creation, which is the Creator Himself. Kete aakhe aakhan paye. Maharaj says so many are saying this. And while they are saying it, they are finding Him. In saying it, in His Amul Gun, they find the Creator Himself. Aakhan paye. Kete keh keh ut jaye. And so many, while keep saying this, are also departing from the physical world. People are living in this world and yet departing from it. Kete aakhe aakhan paye, kete keh keh ut jaye. Ete kite hor kare. Maharaj says there are so many different dimensions of those who are expressing themselves about the Creator's creation. Unknowingly also they are doing it. Even if there are so many more like them. Kete kite hor kare. He does, so many more are also created. Ta aakh na sake kehi ke. Even then they are not able to express the price, dimension and qualities of the Creator. One aspect of creation is that there's a foundation to this entire life, and that rests in our man. In our mind we have a source mind, which is not changing, which is constant, and which sits at the seed of our entire life. That man is hidden from us by our ego. Like an ocean which has too many waves in it. You can't see what is in that ocean. You can't see the depth of that ocean. The water is murky, is dirty with ego and desires, needs, in half-fulfilled expressions. In the wandering, we lose out what is really there, like a pond, which is dirty water. But if the water settles, if the dust settles to the floor, then we can see what is at the floor of the pond. Such is the man. In our inner self, there is a reality which is hidden from us, which the Guru exposes to us, which the Guru can make us meet, which we can realize through the presence of the Guru, through Shabad. And there is a gift which awaits us, a gift of life, a gift of love, a gift of Anand, a gift of life without death, Sada, Nanak Bhakta Sada Vikas, Sune Dukh Paap Ka Nas, and where there is no pain and sorrow and wrong. This is the inner mind, where the Creator is, we are not. Ete kite hor kare, ta aankh na sake kei ke. We cannot talk about this inner mind's experience. Even if we try to, it will always miss the point. Even if we try and express in words what we are trying to say, the experience cannot be related to and expressed in words. Maharaj says, Je vad pave te vad hoy. As he wants, he becomes. He wants to become larger than our expression, larger than our quantitative understanding of the Creator. If we measure the Creator and say the universe is so long or so big, the Creator is like this, he can even become bigger than that. So, Je vad pave te vad hoy. The dimensions of the Creator are in the Creator's hands. And we cannot define them. If we try and define them, they will always miss the point. Je vad pave te vad hoy. Nanak jane sacha soy. Maharaj says he knows what he is, what his reality is. And that is hidden from us. Because our ego is our wall. Jeko aakhe bol vigad. The word bol vigad means someone who doesn't measure and think about what he or she is saying. Something like murak. Murak word means mu rakhna, only thinking about what you're saying, not analyzing it, not knowing it, not being careful about what is being said. Jeko aakhe bol vigad. If somebody says, I know the Creator, I can explain the Creator, I can measure the Creator, I can give you the qualities of the Creator, then he says, Maharaj says, this is bol vigad. Then he is using his words in error. Ta likhiye sir gavaran gavar. Then you should say that such a person is fools among fools. He cannot know and will not know reality. These are very difficult words, difficult shabads to express. One of the reasons is that they are in a different dimension. We don't know this dimension. We don't live these dimensions. And these are very satorical. They are satori. They are in dhyan. They are in not in the expressed word. So in this way, the expression of word fails us in trying to comprehend what Guru is saying. But one thing which Maharaj is constantly telling us is that we need to find out our inner mind. Man jeete jag jeet. And in knowing that, we will know all the answers to our inner self and the Creator's presence. We can imagine the world. We can imagine that the Creator is everywhere. But this is not about imagination. This is knowing that there is no dimension to me. I am not, only the Creator is a very different experience. I don't think that can ever be told to anyone. Even if we tell it, we will be wrong in our words. Some things are only experiential. They can be experienced, but they can't be given up in words to anyone else. This is why these bodies become very difficult to explain or to talk about, because these are different dimensions of the mind. Maharaj is repetitively telling us some things about the Creator. Is one that we cannot fathom the Creator's dimensions. We cannot fathom the Creator's presence. We cannot fathom the qualities of the Creator. We can know them. Amul gun, amul vapar. Maharaj says, amulo amul akhya na jaye, aak aak rahe livlai. We can find the live within us. We can find love within us for the Creator. We can find Anand within us, the live. We can find the stationary mind within us. We can find the non-moving mind within us. We can find the Guru within us. And in finding that, we merge with the Creator. And then life doesn't have to have a physical expression to it, but it will have an absolute understanding of the creation. We don't need to necessarily expound what we experience, but we have gone beyond the pain within ourselves. Like finding a space in our mind where we don't give up our happiness for any reason. Somebody has happiness and we give it away for a reason. I see pain outside and I give up my happiness. But what if there is a happiness within me and I never give it up for a reason of the physical world? Then we can call it Anand. We can call it a permanent experience of life. It can be confusing. Life is painful, but the inner mind is full of joy. These are two different platforms of creation. But one is temporary, the other is permanent. In the inner mind, light is permanent, darkness is temporary. Man tu jyot swaroop hai, apna mool pachan. And we can meet this Creator within ourselves. Maharaj has given us some cryptic words in the Japji, including Hukam, Naam, Shabad. And then he explains in the bodies ahead about Karna, about chiseling the mind with Shabad. Shabad is an experience which we may be going through in incompleteness. We read the Bani, we read the Japji, we read Sukhmani, but we never merge with it. Our ego separates us from the Bani. How do we drop this ego is what Maharaj tells us in the Japji Sahib. Gaviye suniye man rakhiye pao. That's what we need to try and do. To sit comfortably, be desireless, be relaxed, be without judgment, be without calling, be without blame, because we also blame the Creator. That's our way of finding our ego. Just relax. Don't ask for anything. Don't want anything. And Maharaj says, Gav, ye suniye. And put your dhyan in the Shabad. That's the way of transcending the inner mind, the ego mind. Dukh par har sukh kar la jaye. And the house of pain goes away. Remove pain from your house. Remove sorrow from your house. And go to the house where there is always joy. Dukh par har sukh kar la jaye. And in another place he says, this is the tirath. Suniye maniye man kita pao. I have heard it so completely that I have become manan. I have become its form. I have become the form of the Shabad. And I found love within myself. Antargat tirath malnao. And I have become a tirath place within myself. I have become a place where there is always a pilgrimage going on inside, a celebration happening, where I am being internally cleansed while I am living life. Life is a celebration for us. But in our desires of life, we make it a painful experience. In our wanting and our needs, and knowing that we know more than the Creator about ourselves, we defy our own creation, where we keep insisting that hukam is what I want and not what the Creator wills. But Guru says, hukmi ho manakar, hukum na keha jai. And you can only know hukum when you drop your ego. Nanak hukme je buje, ta home kahe na koi. But we want to define our lives in our own ego platform. And while doing that, we tell ourselves we want to meet our Creator or that we love the Guru. These are two different dimensions. They cannot meet. Oil and water don't meet. The ego and the Creator don't meet. Only if we can do the vapar of such, the trade of truth, by giving away our false mind, will we merge with our Creator. Will we find our inner Anand. With these words, I conclude today's session. Forgive my errors. If there is any questions or anything you want to say, please leave your message and we can discuss it. Thank you for your presence. To me, Guru comes through you, through your presence, through these opportunities of going into the Shabad. Waheguru Ji ka khalsa, Waheguru Ji ki fateh.
Waheguru Ji ka khalsa,
Waheguru Ji ka khalsa, Waheguru Ji ki fateh, Maharaj.
When Guru Sahib says Buddha, does it mean the learned one or the Siddhartha, Gautam Buddha?
The word Buddha has come from Gautam Buddha, so we cannot remove Gautam Buddha, but it literally means Buddha is the realized one. Someone who has realized the inner self is the Buddha. Buddha is a state of mind where there is no ego. It's not Siddhartha. Siddhartha is the ego mind. Buddha is the non-ego mind. When Siddhartha has become Buddha, Maharaj.
And does Isar means Shiva?
Yes, Ishwar, Shiv. These energies which exist are many, Maharaj says, not one. If you believe in Ishwar, many Ishwars are there.
जी वीर जी।
Maharaj. There is a question from Anudeep Kaur. In our daily lives, we come across many situations where we contemplate on right and wrong. There's possibility, there is ways to know. Why don't you ask your question? Because this is a little long. You are traveling. So there is a way to. Okay, not an issue. There are probably relative terms. Is there a way to know what is right or wrong, or is there only a way to enhance our ego, and so we must stop thinking about right or wrong? Okay. So right and wrong will exist in a physical plane. In a certain paradigm, there will be a right or wrong. When I hurt someone and that's wrong one way. When I shout at somebody, lose my balance, I get angry, that's wrong. So that has multiple dimensions. Right and wrong would exist in the physical plane, in physical life, and that has its um, own place in life. But if you look at life in a macro way, not in a micro way, living without the Shabad is the wrong. Living without being connected to my own source is the wrong of life. That's the macro way. The more relaxed we are and the lesser expectations we have, the lesser conflicts we will have in life. Right and wrong can be judged in many different ways. So there is moralistic right or wrong also, which will keep changing from one place to another. Being a thief is wrong in most places, but there are some places where it is accepted norm. So there is certain right and wrongs which society dictates for us, and we accept those. Certain right and wrongs which we define. So I think most of us will define our own right and wrong, and that will be true for ourselves. But ultimately, being disconnected from our source will give us pain. So if that is right and wrong, if the measure of right and wrong is pain or sorrow, then that is the wrong we need to correct. Contemplation on day-to-day right and wrong is not wrong by itself. If there is an improvement we can do, we've lost our patience with someone, we've lost our balance, that's our wrong. So we can improve that. But those are the micro, small issues of life. If we are not able to do Shabad Dhyan, go into Shabad, if we are not in Naam, then that's the bigger wrong which we are living through. Ji. Maharaj. When our expectations are far away from our reality, then there will be more struggle in life. When expectations are very near our reality and we are able to achieve them, then we will struggle less. So these are conditionings of life. This is how karma comes into effect. Ji Maharaj. Thank you, Anudeep. Always a pleasure. If there is no one else, there's some hand. Raise Harneet. Hanji, Harneet. Maharaj.
वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह।
वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह।
Vijay, I want to know why is it like that when situations in our lives are like favorable and life is going, let's say, smoothly, then it is comparatively more easier for us to get into the dhyan of the Shabad. Vis-a-vis when the situations are, let's say, not so favorable and in the difficult or challenging times, even when we know it conceptually and we know this thing intellectually that it is the mind's play only, still it is difficult for us to get into the dhyan of the Shabad, and how can this be overcome in that situation? Thank you.
Maharaj, that's a good question. Actually, this is a misnomer. There is we have examples in our own history where the extreme agony and pain also did not shake the dhyan of Shabad. So this really depends on how well we have merged ourselves with Shabad and how much we have realized the Shabad in our life. How less dependent we are on our physical conditions. That is the issue. For someone, even a small issue will disturb them because they are very dependent on the physical. But for someone else, a lot can happen. I was listening to someone the other day, and he was talking to this boy who was trying to build a startup. And he asks this boy, how much money you have in your account? And the boy says, I have 5,000 rupees or 4,000 rupees. And this person was a wealthy person, and he was shocked. And then he was exploring, when did you get your salary? And what I'm trying to say is that, but this boy, he was smiling and saying, no, I'll manage. Now, these are the conditionings of life. Some of us will manage in the most difficult conditions if we live in acceptance. Acceptance being, I will accept the condition and then move on. Or I will make it conditional and expectation is my quality. If you look at the body of Hukam, which Maharaj is saying, Hukam Razai Chalna, that really defines everything. It defines the nature of how we live. In Raza, Raza means acceptance. What we cannot change, we accept. Or even if we have to change it, first we accept it, that this is my condition. And then I seek to change it. But then can be living in expectation. I don't want this in my life. I cannot accept this in my life, but I don't do anything about it. Then the conflict will be more. So I think if we have to express an expression of answer to your question, I would say that the more sangat we do of Shabad, the easier life will become as we go ahead. And we can only know this by the real presence of Shabad in our life. The more naam that we have, the easier it becomes. And of course, it's easier said than done. That also is true. Aakhan aukha sacha nao. But sache naam ki lage pook. If I'm hungry for the naam, sacha naam, then all pain will go away from that root. So how hungry I am really defines that. In naam and in the expression of naam, we will find a deeper meaning to the inner minds and may be easier for us then. Ji.
Ji, thank you.
Maharaj. वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। धन्यवाद है महाराज।